This film, at every level of filmmaking, is straight fire. And someone asked me about this because we talk about it often on MMT. What is directorial calibration? It's pretty self-explanatory, but let me go ahead and break it down for you. That means that the film that you are watching is dialed in. All of the elements are pretty much perfect, and the scenes are the best version they can be without excess space, wasted time. It's just really dialed in. That is what directorial calibration is. And this is a perfect example of a film that is masterful at that directorial calibration. Because there is no director working today better at scene transition editing than Park Chan-wook. And you go back and you just look at a film that was completely jobbed from 2022, one of the best films of 2022, a great year in cinema when you look at a Tar, when you look at a Moon Age Daydream, and yes, an After Sun. You're talking about 4 films that are elite films, and 2022 is the greatest year of cinema we have had of recent note. And now he's returned with this film that mirrors a lot of Parasite. There's a lot of class discussion here, like Parasite. And the script is full mesh, labyrinthine. And that is tough to do. Let me walk you through what that means. Fully meshed, okay? When I have a film that has a script that is meshed, that means everything fits and it's all layered seamlessly, and you get payoffs for every single element that's introduced in the film. Parasite's a tremendous example of that. Decision to Leave, another. And here tonight with No Other Choice, the same thing. This film takes a lot of processing power, like Decision to Leave. If you're not ready to be fully engaged and thinking and comprehending, then you are going to be shit out of luck. Hamnet takes no processing power. It is so simple. And there's nothing wrong with a film like that if it's done well and it's not, back to my quote, misery porn. I'm sorry, grief porn. I got to get my own quote right. But when you look at this film, you get these payoffs. And even at the very end, when you see this film, I'm not going to ruin it. Do you notice I haven't even talked about what it's about? Because I don't want to. That's what I don't want to do. I don't want to ruin these movies that you don't know anything about this. But at the end of the film, I want you to pay attention to the line from the daughter. That's all I'm going to tell you. People have missed that. I brought it up to Menzel, and he was like, oh, my God, you're right. It is brilliant. It is one of, I would argue, the best screenplay, but our film coming up next is right there. It's really close between these two. But again, I would just give the nod here. For me, tonight, if you ask me which of the films that I'm going back to back on tonight, which one do I prefer? And it's very, very close because you also have performances. You have all of the elements of filmmaking at an elite level, hence the exceptional, masterful directorial calibration, and you're talking about a 93%. But I love that final line. It's just brilliant because it tells you so much that maybe you didn't know, right? When you can do something so succinctly and brilliantly and have you go, oh, chef's kiss. This film has so much of that. And I was a little worried about the tone of this film because it is a dark comedy thriller. Okay. I was initially, when I was watching this, I was thinking, I wish this were just straight drama. But go back to Parasite, right? The juggling of tones is very, very difficult to have full command of. And what do you need to be to do that? A masterful director. Now, leave Mickey 17 out of this. I don't ever want to. Let's just pretend that didn't happen, okay? It's best to just memory hole that shit. Let's go back and look at how Parasite was calibrated and to go through that really jarring tonal shift at the end of that film. But then, right, when you think, I don't know if this is working, to pull it out and that end is just. And same here. Initially, I had my doubts. I'm like, I'm not sure if and then when we finally get to the close and we get the wrap of how this journey that is just so expansive, and again, so many characters and the direction and the edits and the cinematography, everything. This is why you go to the movies. I can't wait for you to see this film. I will rank it later. I want let me just, because I'm in the mood to get right to the next film. But if you ask me right now to rank these, man, that's hard because Old Boy is just disturbing. But that's difficult. I got to ruminate on that. Let me think, and I'll get ready for our next film. By the way, 93% is our score for this. And again, I think this is the greatest achievement in cinema this year.